On the 20th of Iyar is going to be the Hilula of a great Moroccan rabbi. His name was Aharon ben Samchon, Zecher Tzadik Libracha, one of the great rabbis of his time from Morocco. He was actually born in the year 1728 and passed away on the 20th of Iyar in the year 1798. He was approximately about 70 years of age at the time the famous rabbi passed away. It's estimated it was around the year 1728, which is reported over here on a Hayomi website. He was born, reported over, in מכנאס in Morocco. Remember, מכנאס in of its day had a great Torah Jewish community. And he grew up among many of the great important sages of מכנאס, of that specific, let's say, golden period. There was many great rabbanim. And let's say the main contemporary sage at that point in time was Rav Raphael Berdugo. And very, very famous rabbi. מכנאס, we actually mentioned a video. We concentrated on the great Rabbi Berdugo in of itself, and he was known very well among all the different places, vicinities, especially in Morocco, respectively. And it's very interesting. So he would learn Torah at a young age, and his name would become very known at that point in time. He would go on to, I believe, author 3 books. Let's just say the Am Lemkir, which was a novel, the Perchei Aharon, very great book. It was commentary on Rashi, and the Bigdei Yesha. This was sermons on the Torah that was, let's say, written within regards to composing various different piyutim and lamentations in itself in a beautiful, important, instructive way at the same time. So really 3 Torah colossal books, which really encompassed so much within regards to the Torah and its commentary in of itself, while bringing about poetry and at the same time lamentation. Piyutim v'kinot. Kinot naturally is tefillot that we say during especially Tisha B'Av and sad occasions. With piyutim, it could be in the form of praise and song to Hashem. Now, it's reported over, there's varying opinions. I think in the year 1792, it had been the passing of a great rabbi at that point in time, Rabbi Meshurer David Chassin, at that point in time, and Rabbi Aharon ben Samchon would give him a eulogy with a song, with Bishira al Kibro. And I think in his Emlekre, it's mentioned, I think, in the Chodesh Cheshvan, connected to that page itself, in the year 1796, or the Chidushim of that had been brought about, I believe, which had been heard. Now, there's actually a great famous story that actually occurred, I think, in מכנאס, in the Jewish community at that point in time, a really famous story where there was reported over one time there was anti-Semitism, just like there is now. There was, unfortunately, back then, there was a Gentile over there that plotted to poison, let's just say, a dough, which would be sold to the Jewish community, I believe, at the night period of the Memuna, respectively. I think, obviously, on Motzei Chag Pesach, on the Isra Chag, naturally people would have it. So they plotted this anti-Semitic attack over there on that. And it would be revealed, this, let's say, plotation, to Rabbi Aharon ben Samchon in a dream. And he'd wake up, and I think it would be connected. He'd speak to Rabbi Raphael Berdugo. And Raphael Berdugo possibly would have been the head of the Jewish community at that point in time. I have to double check. Forbade the Jews from buying the dough on the night of Memuna, because obviously of the plot, and it's going to result in disaster for the Jewish community. And at the end, so I think they boycotted it and no one bought this dough, and the Gentile was going to be out of pocket over there, and they tried to bring them to court at that time. So Rav Aharon ben Samchon would actually reveal the dream to the judge. The judge would take this dough and throw it to the dog. The dog would taste it and would die and be in so much pain and die at the end. So it came out that about the dream was true, and the Jewish community was saved from this evil plot. And the Gentile was guilty, who tried to do this terrible anti-Semitic act on them. It's actually featured in many of the books. There's kids' books out there in the Judaica bookstores in Israel that actually sell this. Now, he passed away, I believe, on the 20th of Iyar in the year 1798. We're talking about 227 years ago from the time of recording. I believe he was buried in מכנאס. Now, many of his books, I think, was copied from his manuscript on several different occasions. And I think even after 200 years book, these books became famous again in great fashion. Let's explore some of it. I think even the Em Lemikra, the Em Lemesoret, which was Drushim and Chidushim on the Torah and on the Megillot, the I think it was printed in Jerusalem in the year 2001, 24 years ago. The Big Day Yesha, great drashim on the Torah, and the Pirchei Aharon, the Perush on Rashi, the great commentator, was also printed in Jerusalem in the year 2006, 19 years ago, from time recording. I think his grandson, Rabbi Aharon ben Samchon Sheni, would bring about in the year 1857, way after he passed away. We're talking about 60 years or so, or something like that. The Sefer on the Piyutim and Kinot, respectively, and that was under the name the Zaken Aharon, and that would be, and also I think maybe the Zaken Aharon will be printed in Lod in the year 1992, about 33 years ago from the time of recording. So he was a famous rabbi of his time period of Morocco. If anyone happens to send from him, please let me know. I'll just give a couple of tidbits of what he teaches inside his book. Very, very good teaching, especially in the Big Day Yeshas, I think in page 136. Melamed shelo yarev le'oni le'echol v'lishtot levado u'bnei beito b'choser kol. Just stating about how important charity and kindness actually is in of itself. What a great midah it happens to be. Another teaching from his book, the Big Day Yesha, I think page 176 says, Melamed tefillah koret gezar dina av she'en bi'ado ma'asim tovim. It's another very interesting teaching, just how important tefillah is, prayer is in the Jewish religion, how it can tear up decrees upon a person, and how important it is to have acts of kindness in the realm of every single person in all the acts that they do. So he talks about various different important midot, characteristic traits inside these Torah colossal books that I actually wrote in of itself, and talked all about the idea of simcha, especially when you're learning Torah inside these books. So it's his Hilula 20th of Iyar. Don't forget to light candles in his memory. We've related about 150 biography videos of great Moroccan rabbis in the time, possibly at least about 25 to 30 rabbis that actually came from מכנאס, respectively. Friends, we're a community here. We're learning about the great Oriental rabbis of yesteryear, Spanish rabbis from those vicinities. One of the only places that will do video biographies in English on these great rabbis. Please subscribe to the channel. Now we're coming near 7,000 subscribers. The goal is by the Chag HaShavuot, which is just in 2 weeks away, to reach 7,000 members. If you feel anyone's interested in watching these videos, share these videos to other people also. We're growing this community. We're a community with full of Oriental pride, full of Jewish pride also, and wanting to learn about the great rabbis of yesterday. Yes, we're coming into Lag BaOmer tonight, wishing you all a happy time in this Jewish festival. Watch this space. We're going to put loads of content on in the next few days, and we've got over 5,000 videos already on this channel. So wishing you all well, take care, and have a great Lag BaOmer, everyone. Take care, and